Hey, Brian, when did you know you were going to play?
I told media in the locker room, like, if I made the progress that I needed, during the week, that I was gonna play regardless. And I practiced, every day last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that helped me, gain the confidence that I needed. So that should have been self-explanatory. Just me being out on the practice field, doing everything, for all those 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew, after wrapping those days up that I was for sure going to play.
You weren't swelling up?
Like, we should have known when you were on with us last Tuesday, because even then, just a few days after the game, you seemed pretty confident even then that you were going to be able to make it on Sunday.
Yeah, obviously it was a bad deal on Sunday, but on Monday I was hurting pretty bad. And then Tuesday, I showed, great strength and progression from, just Monday itself. So, that just kind of helped my mind just, to think like that I would have a chance, and me being able to go out and practice, every day that week. It was a little uncomfortable, but I was still able to, do my thing. Just also helped me, gain the confidence I needed, after coming off what I had just came off of.
It seemed to me, maybe I'm crazy, this is not to diminish what you did at all, but it seemed like the offensive line did an unbelievable job up front for you.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did an awesome job, man. Probably one of their best games this whole season, just from start to finish, just moving the line of scrimmage, some key players up front. They got them guys moving and, really held them under control, the whole day. And like I said, I feel like that's probably their best, output. And excited to see how they grow from that.
Right.
I mean, those holes were huge.
I felt like the holes were huge.
Especially the first one on your 40-yarder. Man, that hole was massive.
What is going through your mind? Like, do your eyes just like, I mean, are you just reacting? When you see the holes develop like that?
Yeah, so it's a lot goes into, like, making a hole like that and also being able to, hit obviously running the play, to how it's supposed to be run the scheme correctly.
Right.
Have the proper patience, get into the hole before you can just hit it. So, all those, small details goes into, just making the play happen. And, once you get the seam, you just gotta go in.
Then you accelerate.
Go get it. Yeah.
What did you see from the passing game? And you're involved in that to some extent. What did you see from that? They kind of got them going this week versus the previous few weeks.
I think Jay came in locked in for sure. Extremely confident in the pass game, comfortable. Just in all of his reads and first reads and just getting the ball out of his hand early. Just to help him, get the job going and hand the ball off to me and I go put it in the end zone and just help gain confidence going into the next series to know that, you got to keep the same type of rhythm and, getting the ball out fast, and, handing the ball off effectively. And, that type of rhythm just helps us play better and better.
Talking to Brian Robinson, had 16 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown this week. He's up to 8 touchdowns on the season, 640 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a pop. I'm curious, a lot was made this week, not necessarily from your game, of guys that aren't comfortable with the cold weather. Are there guys on your team that have just never played in cold weather? Even Jaden, they said that this was like the coldest game he had ever played in.
And it was 40 degrees, not that cold.
I could tell, some guys, not really, comfortable with the cold, but I'm so happy that, like, guys that just stepped up to it, what I'm saying, just soaked it in, and I seen that during practice this week, guys, it was freezing cold out there. We was out there just working, competing, everybody. I ain't see nobody, giving, that was cold or too, freezing to not do their job. And, that's the way we practiced this week. We just, thinking that guys was going to be ready. No matter how cold it was going to be on Sunday, I knew guys was going to be ready for it, how we, got it on, when it was freezing cold.
I'm sure adrenaline covers it up, but does it hurt more when you get hit in the cold versus getting hit when it's, 75 degrees?
Definitely. The contact is definitely a little bit more intense when it's cold and freezing. Body parts is just, cold, you know, it definitely hurts more.
Right.
You know, so you want to be the one that gives gives the lick, not take it.
Right.
Well, especially and then hitting the turf too. Got to hurt more. So how glad are you that? I mean, Week 14 is late for a bye week, but how glad are you that you're on a bye? You guys have 8 wins. You can get real healthy. I know some guys are still out, like Austin, but this is perfect for you. You guys need a little rest.
Yeah, I think obviously a late bye, you know, but I think guys handled it, you know, very well. Could have handled it just, you know, better, you know, but you know it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, you know, it's a great time, and guys, you know, guys feel like it's a perfect time for guys to rest their minds, body, and soul.
Get away.
Yeah, man, I'm glad, you know, we were able to, you know, handle last week the way we were able to, you know, handle business, you know, going into bye.
Are you going to go anywhere? Are you going to go down to Bahamas or go to Florida or just go back home?
I'm gonna definitely go back home, you know, pop up on the family.
Okay.
Yeah, I may or may not go where the sun shine at. You know how I feel when I get home.